Hi, I'm Rina Gamboa. I'm a fourth-generation sugar farmer and I was born, bred, and will probably die here in Silay City. Casa A. Gamboa is named after my grandparents, Aguinaldo and Alicia. And this was their home when they got married and raised 3 children, Doreen, Della, and my dad, Nil. Mommy is the creative one. I grew up with mom always thinking of something special for Christmas. The beauty of keeping a recipe intact is because we still eat it in our homes, we are so lucky.
Ako gali si Dalia Rubito. So, nagsugod ko di obra una-una sa mami ni Inday Rina. Mga 24 years na subong. Tapos nagsugod ko luto sa Casa Gamboa. Siguro mga 4 years nga diri ko galuto. Amo na kung ipatawag niya ko nga dudamo lulutoon, garescue ko dayon sa iya. Pero kung wala, dito ko sa kay mami niya daw pamili koko nila. Amo na da sadyahan man ko kay ti daw ma-experience ko ang mga wala ko na agyan nga luto sa kay mami niya. Diri na experience ko kag. Daw damo ko natun-an yung pangluto. Pag una ko gid nga obra, gusto ko magluto pero nahadlok ko mag-atubang sa gasol. Pero may gid ako na destino sa dapog. Asa kay Indaylin, ginahambalan niya ko nga lutuon kong amon ni. Pero may ko gahambal nga hindi ko kabalo. Kung hindi mo pag-uyatan ang luwag, hindi ka kabalo. Pero pag inuyatan mo ang luwag, tanan mabalaan mo.
The tradition of having a cook at home is gone, really. We're just lucky that she loves the family, and I hope that she will continue to stay on.
Siguro, diri na gid lang, hasta kaya ko. Una-una, naanad na ko sa lugar, naanad na ko sa ilatanan. Daw, kabalo na ko mag-adjust. Kag nabalaan ko na ang ila gusto sa pagkaon, nabalaan kung hindi nila gusto.
She also is a treasure because she remembers dishes of what they used to cook in the farm, which actually I am learning from her.
So, ari na, tapos ng aton nga chicken stuffed adobo.
I am Mili Kilaiko. I was born in Negros, and I am Negrense in everything, my spirit, my soul, my dreams, and my aspirations. My mother loved to prepare dishes. I don't remember a day in my childhood when my mother did not cook merienda. So there would always be either a cake or bibingka or something that would be done by my mother every time I come home from school. Of course, naturally, it's something that I took on, as a mother would always teach a daughter, and I began to love it because I think cooking is a form of art. I like being able to innovate in cooking. I'm not too much into pastries or cakes because that's a very exact science. I would rather cook viands because you can be more creative in that regard. Well, of course, we always had a cook. Most times, as far as I can remember, the cook was always a lot older than even my mother. I guess they were carried from generation to generation. There was always food either boiling or frying or curling. There was always a certain kind of aroma that would tell you that the kitchen is alive. And I think that goes for the dishes that I also like to serve now. So like when you asked me to choose one dish, right away I said chicken binacol because the mixture of all the ingredients really comes out with a kind of aroma that is like no other. You know, in eating binacol, I just remember all those happy times of my childhood. The time when we were just so carefree and we went swimming. And of course, family. You know, it reminds me a lot of family gatherings and all the cousins and siblings all together. And most of all, it was, I think, reminds me of a kind of love that surrounds you and food as a gesture of love. So I guess it was my grandmother's way of showing us love. Our cucinera is Alicia. I think she started not as a cook. My mother taught Alicia how to cook. And well, she's just really been here that long. And well, she has a natural curiosity about things. Sometimes I just give her a dish and I say, try it out. She has access to all the cookbooks of my mother and my cookbooks as well. So she's also learned so many things. Sometimes she'd serve me something that she said she saw on YouTube or in the TV. And so she's one who keeps on learning. And I'm very happy with her, and all my friends know her. And I live alone, but I always have people come here to visit. And of course, I can't live without Alicia anymore.
Ako si Alicia Dimiar. Nag-obra ako diri sa Kayday Mili nga kusinera. Mga 20 years ako nga nagaluto sa iya. Way ko na ginikanan. Ilo na ko sa utod na lang ko ga-star. Diri ko nagtiner. Kag dasun daw maayo man sila nga pamilya. Mukuan sila sa mga timbang bla nila. Dasun gin pa eskwela ako ni Mamiya sa pangluto sa kay Remings kag kay Quinca. Da ako nakatuon. May recipe sila, may cookbook sila. Di siling ni sa mamin day mili, ilang tao kada. Di ako nakukuha experience. So natuluan niya man ko nga kung ano magpaagi, hasta sila na ninday mili. Sambuhi pa si Mami Yaya, si Nyura Carmen, way siya siling nga nag-order-order. Ako ang gapangamutanan. Paway ko daw maluya ko. Di ko samtang nga daw kasarang-sarang pa ko, mubra pa ko. Namin si Day Milia. Pag-lockdown niya, sige sweldo nabo niya. Support kami tanan. Hasta mga bulong tanan. Mga basta mo siya na nagatag sa amin. Daw, okay lang, makaulang ka kwarta, makaano ka, bulig. Makabulig ba na siya? Makakapa-eskwela ko sa bata. Sa Lasal, siya man ang nagbulig.
I think Alicia has the gift of cooking. She's a natural in the kitchen. You know, the thought of Alicia telling me that she will retire is something that haunts me because I'm so used to her and she's so used to me.
Hi, I'm Lisa De Leon Zaico. I am basically a mosaic artist, but my artistry goes beyond mosaics. It goes beyond, well, as you can see in my house, it's filled with knickknacks and all. And at the same time, it goes through the creativity. My creativity goes to my kitchen too. Ever since I was small, we would always see our mom in the kitchen. So probably that's why my sister and I love to cook. And we would always look back to her recipes because she left us very early in our lives. Yet I think she built a lot of memories for us to keep. And it's always our best times. My sister and I, our best times is when we're both in the kitchen. And somehow we want that tradition to also, trickle down to our daughters, although they would always, like in jest. I remember when my daughter was pretty young, together with her daughter, we caught them in the kitchen saying that, are we going to learn to cook? But if we learn to cook, we're going to be as big as them. And we found it so funny. And yet right now, in their married lives, they would call and ask, Mom, how do you do this? Or, it comes full circle. That's the reason why I brought Minga just a few days ago. I brought her to the museum. She hasn't seen Bao, and she was just so mesmerized. And I said, you are a part of that. So yeah, Minga is family. I really try to expose my staff with what I do, because it's only then that I can see their talents. And I noticed that Minga is very talented in the kitchen. Like she gets it right away. That at the time when my cook left, I told her, no, you're going to be the cook. Since I like paksiw so much, and yet, I'm not too fond of vinegar, so I always think of another souring agent. So it could be sampalok. But in Bacolod, what is available is the batuan, and that's how we came up with that dish, together with Dominga.
Ako si Dominga Garcia, nag-study sa Capitol Hills. 1964 ako diri nag-ubra sa kay Inday Lisa. Mga 30 years na ako diri. May mga luto-luto siya, nagalantaw ako para mabalaan ko ang mga pagkaon bala nga ginaluto ni Inday Lisa. Di amo na nakabalo ko og pagluto, amo nang gikuha niya na lang ko mga manog luto, amo nang ginaobra ko di subong sa iya. Halin gid pag abot ko na di sa iya nga pag obra ang naanuhan ko gid lang ang paborito ya ginaya halin sang una maluto gid na laswa amo gid ang paborito ya ka maprito isda ka mapaksyo amo ginaya ang paborito nga pagkaon. Ang giluto ko subong kikiro nga gimpaksyo ko kay amo na subong ang aton nga tilawan kung ano ang sabor. Mabuot ng ama ko kag amo kag isa pa alwan. Sun open na di saya nga poder ni Inday Lisa. O daw ay yang nga bali iban. Da pagkabi kasama da pamilya na lang gid.
So I always tell her, we're gonna grow old together. Because you are not Miga, you are my sister. And I've seen her children grow up. I mean, they were this high. Now they have their own families. Her apos called me Lola. And, like, she's Nanay Ming to my apos also. So whenever she'd say, Day, hindi. We will grow old together.